I get everything that I want. That's not an affirmation. That's actually my reality. And it's not by accident, it's very much so by design. And there is a specific formula that you can follow no matter how you were brought up, no matter your age, no matter your current bank balance. If you follow this formula, you too will have everything you want and more. So I actually heard someone say that the other day. I get everything I want. And I remember thinking, who does that person think she is? Just ever so slightly crossed my mind. I caught myself though very quickly. Because why does that statement conjure up any type of feeling in anyone? It should be very normal. It should be very natural for every single person on this planet to get what you want. But for some reason, the conditioning runs so deep that getting what you want or being proud of pointing at something and just knowing that you can have it is a bad thing. How is that so? And so what I want you to begin doing to start reprogramming that conditioning that we've had since birth by our teachers in particular. They project their limits onto us. And we've been carrying this for the past however many years. And so that really ends today. So the first step when I look at the life that I've designed and how I get what I want, you have to be specific. And the reason why you have to be very clear on what it is that you want is because when you are in the depths of despair, when you are rotting in bed, when you don't want to get up and go to work, a Gucci handbag is not going to motivate you enough to get out of bed and get to work, okay? A new pair of shoes is not that motivating. And another thing is that money is actually not that big of a motivator. It's really not. Like when you're in your emotions, when you're in your feelings, money really doesn't come into things. Think of a child. When you offer a child $10,000 or you offer a child to spend the afternoon with their father, they're going to pick the latter. Just because we're adults doesn't mean that that inner child, that inner knowing disappears. It's just that we now have responsibilities. And so when you become very clear on what it is that you want and you're in the depths of despair and you're rotting or you're wavering or you're feeling some type of way, that why is so clear that you have to jump out of bed, you pounce out of bed. I am getting this business off the ground. I am, getting this person. I am manifesting this marriage, whatever it is. You're so clear on what you want that there's nothing that can sway you. And so that's why you have to be very clear. And I asked a client a few weeks ago, like, what are you going to do with this money that you're manifesting? They were like, buy a handbag. That's not a big enough motivator, right? Buy a handbag, big what? You can go and buy a handbag today. What's the big deal, right? And once you get the handbag, by the way, you don't suddenly become happier. You don't suddenly become more fulfilled. So you've got to get really clear on what it is that you want. And once you're very clear on what it is that you want, stop looking for a faster way to make it happen. All of these different techniques, trying this meditation, trying, the 3-cup method or whatever it is, like, I don't even know if that's a thing, but stop trying to find a faster way of bringing it in, because what you're actually doing in that moment is saying, I don't believe that it's possible. Because if you know that it's possible, if you know that that money's here now, if you know that your person is here now, why do you need to rush? And what's the urgency? It's desperation. And so you remove that desperation by being certain in what it is that you're creating. At the end of the day, you are shifting your identity. You are shifting your identity from the person that doesn't have it to the person that does. And so you have to get very clear on what that looks like. And something that can help you do that is getting ChatGPT and writing into ChatGPT everything that you've decided you are creating. Getting very clear. The type of person that has millions, or the type of person that has this booming business, the type of person that's in this loving relationship, so uncomfortable, the type of person that has it all, right? You write into ChatGPT every single thing that you are creating and you're manifesting. You then want to say, create me an identity rehearsal script from this. And then on top of that, tell me a 5-minute story of the day in my life as this person. And what I want you to do is I want you to take the Para app and read that story back into the Para app. And the Para app is essentially where you'll say something into the Para app, it records it, and it just loops it until you stop listening to it, right? It literally loops it forever if that's what you wanted. And so when you then say this story into the Para app of a day in the life of the person that already has it all, because you've got very clear on what it is that you want, and it's not a Gucci handbag, okay? It's a lot more than that. We've got to go much deeper than that. And then you're listening to this story every day. It becomes your new identity. And so that's why it's important to read that story. And you can literally say to ChatGPT, tell me another one, tell me a better one. I want to go even bigger, add even more, get even more creative. But the point is that you're listening to this 5-minute story in your own voice every single day. And this changes your behavior. This is shifting your identity. This is helping you embody the type of person that has it right now. And this is where that aligned action comes in, because we can sit and affirm all day, but you have to take action at some point, right? You have to go out there and do something. I was just on a call with an amazing client I have this morning. And, they're manifesting more money in their business. And I went on their Instagram, and their Instagram's closed, right? You want more money. The money is out there, but you're not even being open to it. You're shutting it down. Let the world see you. The world needs what you have to offer, right? And so it's just very simple things like that. When you are closed off in your mind, you will have your Instagram private and then be saying, why isn't my business growing? Well, it's not growing because you're not allowing it to grow. You're not welcoming that growth. But when you start repeating and looping this story on a daily basis, it becomes very natural to hear what that person gets up to, that dream person. And then you're like, I feel okay opening up my Instagram. I feel okay, sharing content and putting myself out there and being open to a new business online. I'm open to that now because you've saturated your mind enough with this new story. So it's just very natural. It'd be weird to not be doing the actions of that person every day because it just becomes so normal to you. And another thing is detaching from how it's going to happen. Okay, you have no idea how quickly things can unfold, and you actually have no idea how they're going to unfold. Your only job is to persist in the knowing that they will unfold, whether that's today or whether that's in a month or whether that's in a year. Also, if you're currently making, 10 grand a month, but your goal is to make 100 mil per month, that's going to take a second, because the type of person that makes 100 mil per month versus the type of person that makes 10K a month, there is such a huge knowledge gap between those two people. They are two completely different people. And so how do you acquire that knowledge? Through experience, through trial and error, which takes time. And so it's just really about relaxing in the knowing that everything you're doing, every single action that you take, every single step that you take, every affirmation that you say, you are drawing that person in, you are drawing that business in, you are drawing that money in. Like, you literally cannot lose when this is your mindset. And this is why we saturate our minds so much from the get-go, because you are changing 10, 20, 30, 40 years of programming. So initially you want to be inundating your mind with that new story as if your life depends on it. Guys, I just looked down and saw someone watching me film. Now I'm shy. Now I have nothing else to say. So I'm done with this video. But I trust this video helped you manifest. You are worthy, you are loved. I love you, and thank you.